I'll open up the chat and ask any questions, or if anybody wants to come off of mute, then you can ask your question. And if you can either raise your hand or come off mute, or I'll go to the chat first. So let's see, we got Philly, we got the Burbs. I was in Philly last month at a speaking event. So New Braunfels, all right, local, Atlanta, Vegas, Dallas. Oh, my Zoom users in Dallas. Right in your backyard, Zoom user. Virginia Beach. Now I really want to know who Zoom user is. You're in my backyard, spying. You're spying on us. No. Let's see, Pasadena. All right, need more info from Chrissy. Have some workflow questions and when to sign up.
Yeah, okay. And I saw that you scheduled a call with me, Anthony. So we'll do that on Friday.
So Levi, I have a question for you. This is Jessica. It says it's Jared, but it's Jessica.
Okay. Hey, Jessica.
First, congrats on all your success. That's awesome. And thanks for sharing your story. You've been through a journey. That's awesome. Very cool. So quick question, obviously looking at either option 1 or 2, but what is like your time frame? You mentioned 3 videos a week. How long are those?
Well, they're as long as they need to be. So, the thing is about YouTube is you want to create videos that have all of the information to get the point across, but don't have fluff. You don't want to keep talking just to keep talking. So you don't want to set a limit on yourself. Like this has to be a 15-minute video and it's 12 minutes of information. And so you sit there and, jib jab for another 3 minutes, right? So you want to make sure that your point is made, the value is given, and that can be as long as it needs to be. Now for us, on average, we're about 15 minutes of video. Now, here's the other thing is you can't look at it as a 15-minute video because most people go, oh, I can't talk for 15 minutes or I can't make a 15-minute video. But it's really 5 3-minute videos pieced together. So you see, all you're doing is everything I do is really just segmented in 1 to 3 minute videos, and then it's pieced together. Now, what I understand is how to transition, a beginning and an end on each of those clips so that whenever those 5 clips are added together, we have a 15-minute video, but ultimately everything you do is just a series of 1 to 3 minute videos pieced together and added up. Or maybe you talk for 5. If you're a talker, you're not going to have a problem, right? Just make sure that you're giving relevant information, but ultimately your content is your city and your suburbs and your neighborhoods. And I'm hoping as real estate agents that you have had some stories and some experiences and you've lived in your area for some time, because that's all you're sharing. And so we're not sitting there giving real estate stats the entire 15 minutes. Actually, I probably give it very minimal, if any, real estate stats. I talk about the areas, what I like, what I don't like. What did I do? Did I grow up around there? Did I do this? Or is there a restaurant over there? You're giving your perspective. And so hopefully that should be an easy subject to talk about. It's just as if you were showing a client in a neighborhood. I mean, hopefully you have information to share with them about things that you like and don't like about the area, or restaurants you like, or venues or parks. And that's what you're sharing. So, but ultimately video is just sales at scale. So what most agents do is they'll just wait to tell one client at a time as they take them into a neighborhood. And that's all they'll ever do. And that's why they'll always be trading time for money, as to where a video, you can tell that same story, that same information on video. And when you put it out there, you can reach 10 people, 100 people, 1,000 people. And then you're truly scaling your efforts and, getting your time and your return back. So that's the difference. I mean, that's the really big difference. So really just to kind of answer your question, does that answer your question? It just needs to be as long as it needs to be.
Got it. Thanks.
You're welcome. Anyone else?
Our Zoom user says her name is Star Green, and she doesn't know why her name is not showing.
Okay, Star Green.
I know who she is.
All right. Well, Star, you're welcome to come by our office. If you ever want to talk and chat in person, then you can just come by our office. So
I have a question. Option 1 will kind of tell you how to do all these videos and to put it all together and everything.
No, it tells you everything. Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, no, it walks you through everything. I mean, it's Nothing was left out of it. It's just for, like I said, it's for the go-getters. It's the people that are like, hey, I'm, give me the course, I'll run through it. And I'm just, it's going to tell you everything you need to know. So.
Okay. And I'm already with EXP. I saw you guys in Vegas. So.
Oh, really?
Yes.
Okay. Did you see, were you in our room that we talked at?
Yeah, y'all were up on the stage talking. I think it was day 3, maybe.
Okay, cool.
Yeah.
Well, thanks.
So I have another quick question, Levi.
Sure.
So I do have a team. So I know you mentioned like friends and things like that. Is it something to where you could bring your team into it, making videos as well? Or would you recommend just one person doing it?
I think it's up to you. I mean, you got to, I'll tell you this is any of your team on the call?
No.
Okay. All right. Then we'll talk team lead to team lead. So, it's something that we're doing now. Now, the reason being is that, I always saw the channel as a team channel from the beginning, but I'm also very protective of the channel, right? So I want to make sure that whoever's going to create content or contribute to the channel can contribute value, most importantly. But I like it from the fact that it does diversify your channel. It's different personalities, it's different looks. And that's what we're trying to capture. Plus, I'm trying to reduce my load. I mean, I'm not making 3 videos a week now. I'm making 1, and I've got 2 or 3 team members making 1 video per week. So it's more manageable for them. And now, but we're still putting out 3 videos a week. It makes sense. And so we have the content going out. And of course, the more content you produce, the more eyeballs you get, the more eyeballs, possibly the more calls. Now, from a team perspective, there's incentive both ways. You have to incentivize them one way to want to do that. There has to be an upside for them, and probably more so than just the regular split, because you are asking them to do something in addition to what they're doing. Because otherwise, I will tell you myself, I would probably think, well, shit, why don't I just start my own channel? And then if they start their own channel, it could be good or bad. I mean, with EXP, I don't know who you're brokered with, but for us, we don't mind, because as long as they're with EXP, they can go out and venture. I think that's the issue with the team model right now, is that most people join a team, learn everything they can learn for 2 years. And then they're like, thank you for teaching me everything you know. Okay, I'm going to go do my own thing. And then they become direct competitors at most brokerages. At least the EXP, they're tied to us financially still through the brokerage model. So we're okay with that. But otherwise, if I was a team member, I would want to create my own channel, because I'm creating my own lead generation source, and then I'm not dependent on the team lead or a broker or buying leads or anything like that. So now it depends on what you offer too. If anybody contributes to our channel, we cover everything for them. So they literally just make a video and that's it. We edit it, optimize it, take over, do all that. We also have incentives built in them for the leads that come in. So I think there has to be some sort of additional incentive, and it has to be very easy. We also have a built out studio now, so they can go in, literally flip one switch, everything comes on, lights, camera, action. They literally press record and that's it. They press stop record, and we can pull all that video footage and turn, you know what I mean? So we've removed all the barriers as well, so that there can't be an excuse. But we've provided additional incentives for those that want to create content. And for them, they're like, okay, cool, because now I don't have to create my own channel. I don't have to do everything on my own. And the benefit for them too is like, we had one guy, AJ, he made one video with me because I wanted to introduce him to the channel. He made one video on his own, and I knew this would happen. He's already gotten 4 direct reach outs. And so he got to plug into an immediate audience, right? So if somebody's building their own channel, it's going to take, it takes 2-3 months to really get it ramped up. But we've already got an established audience. And as soon as he published that video, boom, it was one of our fastest growing videos. And he got 4 direct reach outs where people, called us and said, hey, is AJ there? I want to work with AJ, And so again, it goes back to the fact that people relate to different people and different personalities, like attracts like. So therefore, those people were attracted to AJ. Now, here's the funny thing about AJ. AJ moved from California. We were his agents. We helped him buy a house. He loved it so much and loved working with us that he got his real estate license and joined our team. And he was like, I want to do anything and everything 100%, you know, teach me everything. And I want to contribute. And so, you know, that was the goal. And so now, not only was he a client, but now he's a team member and, you know, I'm working with him, but ultimately, you know, that was the most important thing. But he told his story moving from California, which I knew would resonate with the audience as well. So it's really dependent on the content as well that they're putting out. But ultimately, I think as the team lead, before you ask people to do something, it's usually best to kind of do it yourself first too, learn the process, learn the ins and outs. And I think it's it would be difficult to ask other team members to contribute to a channel that you haven't established or contributed to as well. So, but I mean, anything's possible. So, but those are just a couple of my thoughts. Does that help out?
Yep. Thanks. Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
All the questions we have in the chat.
Okay. That's it. Did you say that's it, Chrissy?
Yeah, that's everything that we have in the chat, unless anybody wants to raise their hand and ask directly. So,
I mean,
hey. Oh my gosh, sorry, I'm going to ask one more question because nobody else is asking one.
Sure.
Sorry. So really quick, do you tell us just like the best equipment to use?
Yep.
Okay, perfect.
But I'll give you a hint. It's an iPhone.
Oh man, I have a Droid.
Sorry.
Hey,
you can't.
some of us are Droid users and they work too.
Okay.
So, actually I probably should do a little update in there. No, I mentioned it. So I take you out. I actually take you out. I show you, I take you in the neighborhoods with me. So I shoot, I brought a videographer with me to shoot me while I'm shooting in neighborhoods. So you get to see that. And I show you how to shoot office videos, but I think I mentioned, you know, hey, just do the same thing for an Android, but otherwise, yeah, I use an iPhone.
Okay. Awesome.
And we have agents that use Samsungs, and typically, like when we've done our research on it, the Samsung 20 Plus and above, they have great stabilization. And so if you're using a 20 Plus or above, you're probably in good shape with that.
Okay. Awesome.
Yeah, so that's what I say is that if you have an iPhone 11 Pro and above, 11 Pro, it has the 3 cameras. You have to have the 3rd camera because that's a wide angle camera, and the phones have built-in stabilization, and the 13s now are like, you know, even, I mean, 10 times better. So I still use my 11 Pro just because it's deactivated. Personally, I have a 12, but I just kept the 11 just for filming. And so that's what I use. It has a wide angle. It has built-in stabilization. And so you don't have to worry about holding it steady or having a gimbal. I don't work with a gimbal. I just use a little tripod. And so it's very simple to use. And I don't have to worry about, all my angles look very smooth, even driving footage, everything just looks clean and clear. Most people are completely shocked whenever they watch videos and then they ask, and I say an iPhone, they're like, wait, what? So.
Awesome. That's great.
Mm-hmm. You're welcome. No other questions? Anthony, you got a big smile, and I feel like you want to ask something, but now you just want to get into some editing. All right, that's cool. Okay.
We'll help you out with that. Hey, and if you have any like quick questions too, we could do that, or we could just, you know, hammer it out on Friday when we're talking about it on your call too. So.
All right. Oh, Ralph, you're already with the EXP. Yeah, sorry, Ralph. You just got to get the course then. But again, it'll show you everything. So, hey,
Anthony, the credits don't roll over. It's month to month. So it's kind of the use it or lose it mentality. And we do that mostly because we want it to be accountability for you as well. And that's this other flip side of the coin is we want to make sure that you're producing what you commit to. And so that's why we just have it month to month.
All right. Jessica, any more?
Yeah. My husband's telling me to ask another question, so I'm going to ask another question.
All right, go for it.
So with editing, to pay you guys to edit, why, I shouldn't say why would I do that? Obviously time, but do you teach us how to edit? Or are
No.
how to edit?
No, absolutely not.
Trust me, you don't want to do it.
Yeah.
Okay.
I've never edited a single video, and ultimately you're a real estate agent. It's not the best use of your time. And so you should be doing two things, in my opinion. Actually, so we have a coach, he says three things or no, four things. I believe you should be producing content and you should be negotiating contracts. Really, that's it. I mean, technically you could have a showing agent show homes, right? Technically. Now I think that's good part of the relationship building process to show homes, but we typically don't show homes more than one day. It's like if a client doesn't find a home the first day, we're like, hey, okay, you're going to go with our showing agent the next day or two. If you want to go look at 20 homes, go for it. But we're not going to be the ones to walk you through 20 homes, and so we have a whole system that we've done on that. But technically you could have a showing agent. You should have a transaction coordinator, hopefully, because once we get something under contract, we don't touch anything and we move on to the next deal. Right. And so, what else? I mean, I just don't believe when it goes back to patience, now you have to be in a financial position to do this, but I would not recommend, making calls or shaking cans or kissing babies. I would say you should just make videos. And if you can be patient for the time it just takes to build up, it's going to pay you so much in the back end that, you'll never make a phone call again, except to follow up with your current clients. But here's the other thing. What I really love about YouTube as well is, to me, it's the ultimate drip campaign. Okay. So it's the ultimate database loving you can do with your people. Why? Because if I called you twice a week, you would get tired of me. You would block me. If I text you twice a week, you still wouldn't want to hear from me twice. If I emailed you twice a week, still you probably pass over both of those emails. But I can publish 2 YouTube videos a week, and I promise all of our people watch 2 YouTube videos every single week, and they're dialed in. We've had people that moved here based on our videos, rented, waited before they contacted us until they were ready to buy. Then when they were ready to buy, they reached out to us. And that's what I love too, is like, we didn't chase them down. We don't try to capture anybody's information, because they're consuming so much content. They're building the relationship with you. When they reach out to you, it's game over at that point. They've already made the decision they want to work with you. And so if we capture their information when they first found the channel, they may not be in the market for 2, 3, 4 months. And then guess what we're doing? We capture their information. Hey, I saw you submitted a form on our website. Are you thinking about buying a house? And they're going to be like, no, I just wanted the free report you promised me. Leave me alone. Right. And then the next month I'm like, hey, so you downloaded our free report last month. Are you thinking about buying or something? And they're going to be like, no, I'm not, so you see what I mean? So after 6 or 8 months, they could get tired of me if I'm sitting there continually like following up, finding out, when are you ready? But they will sit there and watch those videos for the next 6 months. And we have it time and time again. They call us and they've been like, oh yeah, we've been watching your channel for 6 months, 3 months, 8 months. We moved here because of your channel, and we were just waiting. And then when they call us, they're ready to buy within a week or 2. So it's like they're ready to make that move. And so we just sit and wait for people to reach out to us. We don't try to capture them. We don't have lead magnets. We don't have free reports. Well, we actually do have free reports, but they're actually free. They don't have to put in any information, because again, if they download them, it has our picture and our number and everything on there. So it's like, hey, just take it for free. So it's super easy. It's a whole system. We explain a lot more of that, in the course. So we talk about all that stuff, but yeah, otherwise it's the best. It's the absolute best. And the thing is that, again, like attracts like. So these clients are pretty much like us. We don't deal with any nightmare clients because they have the same values, the same principles, even though we don't really talk about all that stuff. People get it, you get a sense, and they're just kind of like, hey, I like that guy. I'm going to, give him a call. And so everybody we work with is pretty much like us. So we have a good time. We joke around. It's not just AJ. We actually have 4 people on our team now that we've helped helped move, and the relationship was already there. And then because we took them through the transaction very smoothly, they were like, we want to join the team. And to me, that's the ultimate compliment that you could ever receive. And it's funny, whether you like Tom Ferry or not, I heard Tom Ferry say once that the relationship begins after the transaction. And I thought, you know what? Yeah, because, you know, people always say I'm in the relationship. I'm a relationship agent, but it's like they're chasing people down for 6 or 8 months, building that relationship. And then we know what happens. They end up buying from Uncle Bob, or, you know, the guy at the store that was in front of them, you know, at the time, whenever they finally decided to sell that home. And if you've ever built a relationship with somebody for 8 months and then you don't close the transaction, there's not much of a relationship there. Right. And so these people just know, like, and trust us already, because they see how hard we work and how much effort we put out there and how much value we give for free. And so they get it, you know? And so again, it kind of goes back to those text messages. And I mean, Chrissy, how many leads have we had come in over the past 3 days?
I don't even know. I've answered so many phone calls and text so many people back. It's been an all day affair for both the last 3 days. It's been all day long.
So Chrissy, now Chris, like, we outsource. Chrissy is not personally editing anymore. Now she's her number one, you know, job with us is lead management. I mean, that's what we've gotten to now, is to where just for her to handle text, emails, phone calls that come in is the primary. Now that's not like a full 8-hour day, but if you add it all together, where again, we average, I think what you said, we had 5 or 6 yesterday. We probably had, I think, 6 on Sunday. On Saturday, I think we had 8 when I looked at it. I mean, and so just to get those people, and we do everything we can to hit them within an hour. If we don't answer, if they call, the number goes straight to Chrissy, and now she answers it. And it's just like Travis and the team, they're so busy now, they can't even answer the incoming calls because they're dealing with their own clients. And so she's now full time. Just that's the primary job, though, is just the lead management. And again, you know, zero money on the advertising for the channel, and it's compounding. It's compounding more and more. I mean, I'll share with you real quick. Like, this is currently right now, I mean, we're already over 8,600 subscribers now. I mean, look at this. You're averaging 7,300 views every 48 hours. I mean, that's a lot. You know, you look at yesterday, 4,000 views in one day. I mean, you look at the watch hours. Remember whenever I said 399? I mean, we're now averaging almost that per day. That's yesterday, 435 watch hours to the channel. 48 subscribers yesterday. I mean, we had 75 just on Saturday, you know, and look at these videos. So here is AJ's, look at AJ's, like, published on January 1st. It's only 18 days later, 5,800 views. Look at the engagement though, 134 comments. Himiko was an agent as well. She joined our team, did the same thing. January 12th, 51. She's getting close. She's growing faster than AJ. 100. So the team videos we had, Audrey made this video. This is not even a popular suburb, Richardson. It's 2,800 views right now. I mean, all these, you know, I had this video we released on Thanksgiving Day. It absolutely blew up, you know, 40,000 views since Thanksgiving Day, you know, on YouTube. And it's just like, if I show you, I'll just go into the email real quick. Where's the last one? Oh, look at this. Look at the titles. Need your help finding my dream home. Budget up to 750,000 range, right? Look at this one. Young T, Frisco house hunting. Look at this email. Look at all the information. Oh, they even send pictures. Like, here's the house we would like. Toll Brothers, budget 1.2 million. That's just that email. Look at that, relocating from Dallas to Atlanta. Look at this email. Hey, I saw your videos on YouTube. On there, Rockwall. Hey, I saw some of your videos. Firstly, thanks and sharing. Good. What place do you recommend to? Oh, they want to rent an apartment. All right. Relocation to North. North Dallas. Again, saw your videos and you interested in Prosperous Line of McKinney. I mean, these are just the emails come in. Hey, Levi and team, my name is Noel. I'm writing because I'm moving to Dallas in Texas, and I've been watching your videos. I mean, look at this, moving to Dallas. You know, it's just over and over and over again. I can sit here and go in and phone call introduction. Oh, okay, great. So we just go in here over and over and over there. This one, Britannia, this one just came in too. I mean, family of 8 moving, that's going to be a big house. You know, so it's just, and that's just the email. I mean, you dive into even our CRM system. I mean, on the,
well, and just reemphasize the fact too, like when you're looking at all of the view counts on the channel, that 40,000, not a single dime of that was in ad spend. We haven't spent any money on this channel to build it as far as ads go.
so it's all organic. So it's just, and it just comes in all the time. So. And they're the best clients. I mean, they're the absolute best clients to work with. Most importantly, they're decisive, they're intentional, and they're just fun to work with. All right. Well, if there's no other questions,
We do have one other question. I think Juanita, she asked, do you send your YouTube videos to your database or repurpose them across all social media channels?
Apps. Well, okay. There's a difference between repurpose and sharing. So we've never shared a single video on any other platform. We've never given out links. If anybody asks me, I always tell them, search Dallas, Texas, and see if our channel pops up. So that's how I tell them to find it. I never, because if you haven't noticed, you'll notice now. If you're in LinkedIn, Twitter, TikTok, Instagram, Facebook, and you see somebody's linked a YouTube video, click on that link. What it will do is it'll take you to the browser on your phone and you won't be signed in. If you'll ever notice, if you try to like a video, it'll say sign in. And then guess what you have to do? You have to go to your app and you have to log in, and it's not going to pull the same video. So what happens is that skews analytics because a viewer is not signed in. So Google does not necessarily know who that is. Then you're watching that video. And also I believe it's extremely difficult to convert people from platform to platform. So if somebody's on TikTok, what are you doing on TikTok? You're there to kill time, watch stupid videos, and laugh your ass off for like, you know, however long you want to be on TikTok. You go over and you click over to YouTube and you're like, oh, this guy's got a 20-minute video. I ain't got time for that, but I'm going to sit on TikTok for another hour, right? So they go over, they watch like 30 seconds of your video and then they jump off. And so, you know, to me, that's not good for your analytics. And that doesn't help. So what you want people to do is you want people to find you by search. And now, again, we do repurpose. And what we mean by repurpose is we can take a 10-minute video and chop it up into 10 one-minute videos, and then we'll publish those videos on other platforms. But we don't take a YouTube video and share it anywhere, and we don't send it out to emails or anything. We let the people find it on YouTube. So, all right. I think
awesome. Thank you.
Yeah, you're welcome. All right, guys, shoot me a text 1, 2, or 3 if you're interested. Like I said, 1 is the course on your own, 2 is your course with me, and 3 is if you're interested in partnership, and we'll just continue the conversation and go from there. Otherwise, y'all have a great night.